Hi friends, Miss DW here on how to make a recycled journal from a brown paper bag. If you're like me, you have a lot of brown paper bags at home because the grocery stores are no longer allowing us to bring reusable bags to the grocery store to help slow the spread of the coronavirus. So this is a great time to reuse some of these bags to make them into something interesting and useful, like a journal to record our ideas, our memories, our observations of our time during quarantine. So the things that you're going to need for this project is one brown paper bag. You're going to need some scissors and some string. You can use any kind of string. I have yarn, but you can use dental floss or twine. You're going to want some decorations. I have some stickers from Trader Joe's and a hole puncher. If you don't have a hole puncher or string for binding the journal, you can always use a stapler. This project is done in 4 easy steps: cutting the bag into pieces, stacking and folding the pieces, binding the journal, and decorating the journal. So let's do this work together. Why don't you hit pause and go gather your materials, your string, your scissors, your hole puncher or your stapler, your brown paper bag, and some decorations. Okay. Now that you have your materials, we are ready to start cutting the bag into even pieces. To do this, we're going to start by cutting 5 pieces out of the bag: the back, the front, the sides, and the bottom. Hit pause, and you're going to, of course, remove the handles. Hit pause and go ahead and cut the 5 pieces like you see in my picture. Okay, now that you've cut them, you're ready to start making these pieces even. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the front and the back of the bags, and we're going to make hamburger folds with them so that they're the same size as the bottom piece. Here's the bottom piece, and if I fold it like a hamburger, it'll look like this. I don't want to fold it like a hot dog because then I'll get long pieces like this, okay? So hit pause and make a hamburger fold. Now that you've made a hamburger fold, you're going to want to cut along that fold line so that you get 2 half pieces for your front and 2 half pieces for your back. Now you'll have 5 pieces that are the same size as your bottom. Hit pause and go do that. Okay, now we're ready to trim the side pieces. The side pieces are a bit longer than the bottom piece and the front and back half pieces that we just made. So you're going to take one of these pieces and overlay it over your side pieces, and then just trim off the little bit that's on top like I did on my picture in the blue boxes. Hit pause and trim the side pieces. All right, now you have 7 pieces of brown paper bag that are about the same size, and we're going to use the front and the back for the journal. So that would be 7 times 2, that's 14 pages. And then we'll create even more pages by folding those pages in half, which will get us 28 pages, right? Because 14 times 2 is 28. So here's my 7 pages stacked. And here it is folded. And now I have a cover, a back, and 26 pages on the inside to write into. Now we're ready for step 2. Now we're going to take those pieces that are all the same size, just like I have here, and stack them, and then fold them in half. And try to do that as best as you can. Okay, so hit pause and go try to line them up as best as you can. Now we're ready to bind the journal. You can bind the journal in 2 ways. One way is you could just take a stapler and staple along the edge of your journal, or to make it a little bit more fancy, you can take your hole punch and make 2 holes like you see in my photograph. Might take some time. You might have to do a couple pages at a time, but pause and go make your 2 holes, or go ahead and staple the side of your journal. All right, now we're ready to bind the journal. You're going to grab your string if you've made your holes. Like I said, you can use yarn or twine or dental floss or any other string that you have in the house. It really doesn't matter. And once you do, you'll begin to thread. That means to pull a string through a hole. So you're going to first do the first hole, just like I have on my photograph, and then you'll pull it through the second hole so it'll look like this. And finally, you'll have 2 strings on the back, and you'll tie them together just like I did. So go ahead and thread your string so that you bind your journal. Now you are ready to decorate. As you can see, I've made another journal here. I've put a title here called my quarantine journal, but I think I will probably add some more decorations to it to personalize it like we do in writers' workshops. I think I'll probably put a photograph of my kids playing chess. Maybe I'll put some of these stickers from Trader Joe's to remind me of those wonderful workers who have been helping us as we go to the grocery store during this difficult time. Maybe I'll take out my markers and just draw something beautiful on it. Or I might just love the print on these bags and not add anything to it. It's up to you. It's your journal. The last thing you can do is you might be someone who wants to add some scraps of paper like I did to write over. Or you might be the kind of person who doesn't mind if there's print and you write over it. Again, it's up to you. I've left some blank pages to do some sketching, some sketchnoting, and some lined paper to do some writing. Anyway, those are the 4 easy steps to making a recycled journal from a brown paper bag. I hope you enjoy. Bye, friends.